Today we are going to discuss about a new model called field service. Okay, so to access field service application, you need to click on this app selector from your environment, and then here you can see two application. One is just a field service, and the other one is field service mobile. Okay, first I will be opening this field service, and we will discuss about field service model, and finally we will be looking in this application how a field service agent will be using this mobile application. Okay. So I will open this field service application. So here you can see work orders, schedule board, and you can see accounts and contacts, case, and then you have a separate area for sales where you'll be seeing the lead opportunity, quote order invoice, and then you have inventory area. So here you have option to manage your warehouse, you can create purchase orders, and you can deal with the return process. Everything you can do from here. Okay. And then under resource group, you'll be able to create a new field agent from your user list, or if you have any external vendor to support your field service management, then you can add a contact as a bookable resource. Okay. So we will cover all the important topics that are coming under field service application. Okay. So whatever I spoke till now, right, we will be covering those topics in detail. Okay. And then once you start opening this particular field service application, the first thing it will open is get started. Okay. So from here, you can see a lot of tutorials. Okay. So for each and every process, there are some Microsoft provided tutorial. I encourage you to go through these tutorials as well. Okay. Before you start trying in your trial environment. Okay. Post our training session, if you get some time, you can go through all these standard tutorials that are provided by Microsoft. Okay. For each and every step they have. So I think you don't want to go through the complete documentation. So you'll be having documentation for each model of CRM, right? So instead of it will be better if you go through this, but at a first place, you guys go through these tutorials. Okay, it will be really helpful. Now we will go to our slides. So these will be today's agenda. So we will be discussing about the introduction of field service, and then we will discuss about a field service flow. Okay, so within field service, the main entity would be work order. Okay, so if you see sales model where you have worked mostly on opportunity, quote order, invoice, right? And if you talk about service model, customer service model, where we talk more about case model. Okay. Similarly, for field service model, this is the center. This is the core record. When you talk about field service, work order is the core record. Okay. Based on this work order only, everything will be playing together. Okay. So we'll be discussing about the standard field service flow, how a work order is getting created, and how we can assign a work order to an individual person, and how the particular field service agent will visit customer location, and how he will issue, and post that how we can build the customer. Okay. So you'll be seeing that process, and then finally we'll be discussing about warehouse management, purchase order process, return process. Okay. Field service help organizations to deliver customers with the on-site service. Okay. So when we talk about this field service, it is just an add-on to your existing customer service model. Okay. So in our existing customer service model, what will happen? A customer will call you, or customer will send you an email. Whenever they face any issue, they will be calling you, or they will send you an email, and based on that email activity or phone call activity, you will be creating a case record, and then you will be assigning the case record to a service person. Okay. And service person will be analyzing the case. If he will call the customer again, and somehow he will try to resolve the issue. Okay. But that particular customer service model will not be very much helpful when we need to go to customer location directly. If you want to visit customer a business location, or if you want to visit customer home location, then using customer service model, it will be very tedious to do all those things. So for that, Microsoft introduced this field service model. Okay. So here, whenever an on-site visit is required at customer location, at the time you will be converting your case record into a work order record. Okay, and you'll be assigning this work order to one individual field service agent, and he will be visiting the customer location directly. Okay, so we will see the process in the coming slide. Okay, and using this field service application, you can completely manage your field service processes. Okay, you can store your service locations of your customer, and you can manage customer assets, and you can do preventive maintenance, work order management, resource management, product inventory, scheduling, dispatch, and you will have the mobile option where your service person can use a mobile phone and they can reach customer location, and from there itself they can update all the details. Okay, and then finally, using this field service application, you can bill your customer also. Whenever you are doing some service for your customer, you need to bill your customer, right? So using this application, you can bill your customer. So it is having both the sales as well as the service model features. Okay, this is the standard field service flow. And if you see, this work order plays a vital role in this field service flow. Okay, so this particular work order can be created either manually. Okay, directly you can create a work order and assign to any bookable resource, and that resource will visit customer location. So that is one way. And other three options are like, you can convert your case record into a work order record. So this will be used on top of customer service model. Okay, similarly, you can convert your opportunity also into work order record. For example, you are trying to sell something to your customer. Okay, and before customer buys that particular product, you need to show some demo at customer location. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to carry that product with you. You need to visit customer location, and you need to show a demo of the product, and then based on that, customer will buy or customer will not buy. If a customer buys, then you will be closing the opportunity as one. If the customer didn't buy, then you will be closing the opportunity as lost. Okay, and similarly, we have something called agreements. So using agreements, we can automatically create work order on a periodic basis. Okay, and then once our work order is created, okay, we need to have something called incident type. This incident type is like a framework. This will contain the details of the products, services, service tasks, and characteristics that are required to complete this particular work order. Okay, for example, to resolve an issue in washing machine, okay, the service person need to follow some certain steps. Similarly, if there is an issue in air conditioner, where he need to follow some different set of list, right? So those kind of template will be configured under this incident type. Okay, for any issue in washing machine, he need to replace some product, then that product will be different. And if there is any issue in fridge, then the service person, if he want to replace that product, then for fridge there will be a different set of product, right? So for each type of issue, we will be configuring a separate incident type. Okay, and then once the work order is having all the information, then we'll be using something called schedule board or schedule assistant. Okay, from here we will be assigning this work order to any bookable resource. Okay, this bookable resource is nothing but a field service agent. Okay, so those people only will be, they only will be going to customer location, and they will be analyzing the issue and fix the issue at the customer location. Okay, so using schedule board, we will be assigning this work order to any bookable resource. And once we assign a bookable resource to this work order, then automatically a booking record will be created. Okay, and once this booking record is created, this field service agent, right, he will be using in mobile, he'll be using one mobile application. So once this booking record is created, this person will receive one notification saying that a booking is assigned to you and you need to work on that work order. Okay, so then what he will do, so this service person will open his mobile. From there he will open this particular booking record, and then he will be start traveling to the customer location, and then he will be resolving the issue at customer location. So that is called service delivery. And once everything is fine, then we need to review the work order and we need to bill our customer. Okay, and this is how the work order life cycle will be. Okay, so initially, once the work order is created, it will be in unscheduled status. Okay, so after creation, it will be unscheduled status. Once we schedule this work order using schedule board. Once this work order is assigned to any resource, then the status of this work order will be changed to scheduled. Okay. And after that, and after creation of this booking record, once this field service agent start moving to the customer location, and once he start fixing that issue, then the status of work order will be changed to in progress. Okay. And once he complete the work, once the field service agent completes the work, then the status will be changed to completed. Okay. And finally, once we review the work order and customer is also happy with the issue, that with the resolution, then we can post this work order. Okay. Once we post this work order, automatically an invoice record will be created and we can bill the customer. Okay. So we will okay. So we will see this process from case, how we can convert to work order and follow the remaining steps. Okay. So for that, I will open case first. Maybe we can use this case, AC general service. Okay, so initially, whenever a case is created, we will be first identifying the customer, contact, and all those things, and then we'll be moving this case stage to research, right? So only at this point of time, the service person will look into this case and he will start identifying the issue. Okay, he will start analyzing the issue. Okay, after his analysis, if he find like this particular issue cannot be resolved from remote place. Okay, so he need to go to the customer location, or some field service agent need to go to customer location. Only if we go to customer location, only we will be able to save this. Only then we will be able to resolve this case. Okay, then at that point of time, we need to convert this case into a work order. Okay, so within case itself, here you will be seeing convert to work order. Okay, so before doing that, we need to fill the incident type. So this is what we discussed here, right? So before creating a work order, we need to have incident type also. This incident type value of this work order is coming from case record itself. Within case form, if you go to this field service tab, here you have something called incident type. So there will be some standard, the standard incident types already available, but if you need something additionally, then you can create on your own. Okay. So for this purpose, since this is a general service, AC general service, we'll be using this standard inspection incident type. Okay. Now, okay. So before putting any value here, now I will click on convert to work order. Now you can see an incident type is required to convert a case to a work order. So which means without this value, you will not be able to convert a case into work order. Okay, so that's why we need to give value for this incident type. Okay, now I have given value for this incident type. Now, if I click on convert to work order, a new work order record will be created. Okay, the work order was created successfully. Open the newly created work order. Okay, you can see, right? Work order is created automatically and all the field values that you entered in your case automatically populated. The service account, billing account, work order type, incident type, and the duration also coming from incident type. Okay, for this particular incident type, there is a standard of 2 hours. So that also automatically populated here. Okay, and primary contact. So almost everything got populated. Okay, and if you go to services also, there will be something already populated. So these things are already coming from the incident type. Okay, for this standard inspection incident type, these are all the services that we need to charge. Okay, and service task is like this will tell the field service agent the sequence of steps that he need to follow at customer location. Okay, so he will be following this individual task one by one, and once he complete the individual task, he will be mark each and everything as completed. Okay, and he will tell out of these standard services, what are all the services that are actually used at the customer location. Okay, for each and every service, we will be having a separate charge. Okay, based on the used services, we'll be billing the customer. Okay, so these things are automatically coming from the incident type that we have selected here. Okay, now our work order is created and all the important details are there. Now the next step would be scheduling this work order to any individual person. Okay, so for that, before scheduling this work order to any individual field service person, we need to have one resource available, right? So for that, I have configured my user record here. Okay, we have something called resources. Okay, under this, I have created one record for my name. Okay, for my name, I have created one record. Okay, so that I will be available to schedule this work order. Okay, so there are two options. One option is like, so within work order, we have this book button, right? Now I'm in work order. So within work order, we have a book button here. If I click on this book button, it will show me one new window where I can book a particular resource for this work order. Okay, let it open. Okay, now the scheduling assistant board is opened. Okay, and this is the work order. 00501 is my work order number. Okay, and the duration is 2 hours. Okay, and I want to assign this work order to my name. Okay, then I will be searching for my name here. Okay, so now my username is visible here. Okay, so I just need to click on this. Once I click on my username, you can see in the right side window, you can see something, right? The resource name is showing my name, and we need to give the start time and end time of this particular booking. Okay, so this is a 2-hour job. Okay, and I want to assign this person Genon to this work order. Okay, and this person is available throughout the day. Okay, and I can select any time within the particular day to visit the customer location. Okay, so here I need to select. So now it's around 4:30. For example, if I want to assign from 5 o'clock. Okay, if I want to assign from 5 p.m. I can assign like that, and estimated arrival time also automatically populated as 5 p.m. And based on the duration of this work order, okay, it is a 2 hours work order, right? So automatically system will populate this end time also. Okay, now if I click on book, then Genon will be scheduled for that work order. Okay, so this is one way, and the other option is, so below work order you have something called schedule board, right? You need to click on this schedule board. So here at the bottom, you can select unscheduled work orders. Okay, if I click on unscheduled work orders, it will list all the work orders that are currently unscheduled. Okay, and then here I can again search for my name. Okay, so it will show me my show the calendar of this person. Okay, so it is showing the calendar of Genon, and it will show whether he is already booked for any particular slot on that day. Okay, but currently this person Genon is not booked for any slot on this day. Okay, so what we can do is we can just click and drag this particular work order. Okay, and then you can drag it here. Okay, now it is showing 5 p.m. or if you want to schedule at 6 p.m. then you just need to put it here. Okay, then automatically a 2-hour slot will be booked for Genon. Okay, you can see this work. So in Genon's calendar, this work order slot is created from 6 till 8. Okay. Now if we go to this work order, so this is 501. Okay. Now if I open this work order, it's showing status as scheduled. Okay. So earlier it was unscheduled. Now it is showing like scheduled. Okay. And also you can see a booking record is also created. Earlier, this booking record was not there for this work order. Now you can see a booking record is created. Okay. Once the booking record is created, okay, a field service agent in the sense currently Genon, okay, Genon is the field service agent here. He will receive some notification in his mobile. Okay. So that also we will check now. So usually field service agents will be using this particular application, field service mobile, and this application they will be accessing from their mobile device itself. Okay, they don't want to use a computer or laptop to use this application. They will be using using this application from their mobile app itself. So this is available both in Android Play Store as well as in iPhone also. Okay, so now you can see. So currently one booking is already, so now this is field service mobile application. Okay, now we are discussing the points from a field service agent perspective. Okay, now a booking record is created from a system. Okay, and this booking record is assigned to a field service agent. And now the field service agent is accessing this application via his mobile device. Once he opens his mobile device, he will be seeing all the bookings that are available in his name. Okay, currently it is showing 2 bookings, and in that one is already completed and one is scheduled. Okay, so what he will do, he will open the booking that is currently in schedule. Okay, so he will open this particular booking record and he will see for which work order this booking has been created and what is the service location, where should he want to travel and who is the customer. Everything he will be seeing from this booking record. Okay, booking status, requirement, scheduling, and time also it is clearly given. Okay, now what he will do, once after analyzing everything, he will start traveling to the customer location, right? Once he start traveling, he will change the booking status to traveling. So we have something called traveling, right? Once this field service agent start traveling to customer location, he will change the booking status to traveling. Okay, and then he will save this record. Okay, now if we go back to the work order record, okay, you can see the system status is changed to in progress. Okay, and this person parallelly, this person will be visiting the customer location and he will be analyzing the issue, right? So for that, he can use the work order service task. Okay, so from booking itself, if you go to this related, and he will be seeing option for this service task. Okay, here it will tell him all the list of activities that he need to do. Okay, this is automatically coming in the booking record. Okay, from the work order record. Okay, from work order you can see the same service task, right? These 4 service tasks has been created under booking as well. Okay, so that the field service agent will be knowing the steps that he want to do. Okay, and then he will be doing each and every step. So once he complete the first step, he will mark this as completed. And so you can see once the first activity is completed, it is the percentage complete is changed to 100. And similarly, he can complete other tasks as well. Okay. Now he completed all the 4 tasks at the customer location. And the next step would be he need to tell the system what are all the services actually used. Okay. For example, in this case, the first 2 are used. Okay, then we need to open the first one and the line status, we need to change it as used. Okay, and then save and close. So which means first service is used at the customer location and second service also is used. So for the second one also, we will be changing this to used status. Okay. And third service is not used because that particular functionality might be already working in the washing machine or AC. Okay, so he don't want to change anything or he don't want to do any servicing on that area. So the remaining 2 he completed. Okay, so for that, for those 2 services, he changed the line status to used. Okay, now once he complete all the processes customer location, if he want to add some comments or if he want to upload customer signature, then he can use this option under notes. So this will be available from mobile as mobile device as well. Okay, so if you want to add some text, he can add text, and if you want to upload any photo after completing the after resolving the issue, If he want to take a photograph of the working machine, then he can take a photograph and he can paste it here. Okay. So that can be used in the further analysis and review part of this work order. Okay. And then finally, he will be changing the booking status as completed. Okay. Now this field service agent completed all the activities that are related to this particular work order. And then again, he will be going to this bookings tab and he will check if there is any new bookings has been assigned to him and that is in unscheduled status. Okay, then he will be again opening that booking record and he will start traveling to that location and he will be resolving the issue. Okay. Now coming back to our work order. Now the booking has been completed, right? Now if we refresh this work order record, system status will be changed to completed. Okay, which means everything is completed here. Now we can move to the last stage. Okay. Now, once we reach the last stage, now it's our responsibility to review the back office team to review the work order, and they will again call the customer and they will investigate customer like whether your issue is really resolved and are you happy with the service. Okay. Once customer is satisfied with the service, then we can post this work order. Okay. So this is the last step in our work order. Okay. Okay, now this particular work order is completed and posted. Okay. Now we will go to this invoice part and we will check whether a new invoice is created. Okay. Okay. Now you can see a new invoice record is created at 4:31 p.m. and this invoice will be having these two products automatically added and you can see the billing amount. Okay. Then we will be sending this invoice to the customer and customer will pay for this invoice. Okay. So any query in this field service standard flow? So we discussed all these points, the creation of work order, linking incident type, schedule board, using bookable resource to assign to a work order, and then the creation of booking record and service delivery. So this is the place where the field service agent will be using his mobile device to reach customer location and he will be completing the task. Okay. And then finally, review and billing, where we change the status of work order as posted and automatic invoice creation. Okay. Now we will discuss about warehouse management. Okay. So if if you take any organization, they need to have a place to store all their product inventory, right? So this particular field service application will be having this provision to manage the warehouse. Okay. So within each warehouse, we can mention the product inventory. Okay. So for each product, how many quantity is there, how many quantities available. So everything we can handle using this product inventory. Okay. And then we can do inventory transfer. For example, we have multiple warehouse and you want to transfer the inventory from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. So you need to maintain that in your system, right? So if you transfer a one product A from one warehouse to another warehouse, then from the first warehouse, the quantity that you selected should be reduced. And in the second warehouse, the quantity should be increased, right? So those things will be automatically done using this inventory transfer. And then we have something called inventory adjustment. Okay, inventory adjustment is something like, for example, there is one product. Okay, and in your system it is showing like 101. Okay, in your system it is showing like 101, but actually when you count in your warehouse it is only 100. Okay, then you need to adjust the system with the actual value, right? For that you will be creating one inventory adjustment record. Okay, then both the warehouse count and your system count will get matched. Okay, we will see all this in our demo. We'll be creating on inventory transfer and we'll be creating one inventory adjustment. Okay. So for warehouse management, you need to go to this inventory area. Okay, so if you go to inventory area, here you have this warehouses, right? So here by standard, there are two warehouses. One is the main warehouse and the other one is truck warehouse. Okay, mostly in field service business, right? So we need to take our product to the customer location. Whenever we need to install something, whenever we need to fix some issue, we need to take the products to the customer location. So usually the field service agent will be loading the truck at the start of the day, and he will be completing all the work orders for the day. And finally, he will be returning to the warehouse. Okay, so we need to have one main warehouse. Okay, so where the majority of stocks will be there, and truck one warehouse will be like every day or once in a week, the service person will load the truck. Okay, so if I open this main warehouse, and here if I go to related product inventory, I can see all the products that are available in this warehouse. Okay, so here you can see quantity available, quantity in hand. Okay, so everything can be seen from here. And similarly, if I go to this truck, here also, if I go to this product inventory, I can see all the products that are available. So usually in truck, the quantity will be less. Either he will be carrying the products that need to have for that particular day or for that particular week. Okay, they will not take all the products in the warehouse. Okay. Now the next one is inventory transfer. Okay. So for that. We can use this product. Okay. So currently in main warehouse, I have 41 quantity of this product camera array. Okay. And similarly, we will check the truck warehouse also. Camera array 10. Okay. So this particular camera array product. Okay. So in main warehouse, I have 41 quantity. And in truck warehouse, currently I have 10 quantity. Okay. Now what I will do is I will create a product transfer of this particular product. Okay. From main warehouse to truck warehouse. Okay. So for that, I will click on this transfer. Okay. I will create a new one. So here I need to choose the source warehouse. So I want to transfer from main to truck, right? So source warehouse I will be selecting as main, and destination warehouse is truck one. Okay. And then I will be saving this record. Okay. Once I save this record, here I getting one grid, right? So here I can add the product, which product I want to transfer. So in this case, I want to transfer this product camera array. Okay. So this one camera array. So currently here it is 41 and here it is 10. So I will transfer one quantity. Okay. So I will select quantity as 1. Now I will save and close. Okay. Now I have created one inventory transfer record where I have mentioned source warehouse as main and destination warehouse as truck one. Okay. And I added the product, which product should be changed from one warehouse to another warehouse, and the quantity as 1. Okay. Now we will go and check our main warehouse. Here you can see earlier it was 41. Now it is reduced to 40. Okay. And similarly, if I refresh this truck warehouse, here it will be increased to 11. Okay. So you are clear with the inventory transfer, right? And now we will be discussing about inventory adjustment. Okay. Now, when you actually count your truck warehouse for the same product, okay, we will take the same product as an example. Now, next day when you are counting in your truck warehouse, okay, you are seeing quantity as 10 only. It's not 11 for this particular product. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to create one adjustment in your system saying that it's not 11, it is 10. Okay, for that we need to create inventory adjustment. And when we create inventory adjustment, right, you don't want to specify source and destination warehouse, because inventory adjustment will happen only for one warehouse only. So I will select this truck 1 warehouse here and I will save this record. Okay, and here you have this products tab, right? Here I will select the product, which product count is missing, okay, or wrong. I will select this product. Thing called primary unit. Okay, and quantity, so it is not 11, actually it is 10. Okay, then what I will do, right? Here I will put -1 and I will save and close. Okay, now if I go back to this truck warehouse and if I refresh the inventory, now it will show 10 here. Okay, so you are clear, right? What is warehouse, and under warehouse, what is product inventory, and how we need to do inventory transfer and inventory adjustment. Purchase order process is, so you are having one warehouse. Okay, you are having one warehouse, and in that warehouse you are having some products maintained, right? So once this product quantity is about to end, then again you need to purchase the same products from your vendor, right? So that you can maintain your warehouse in a good shape. Okay, so for that we will take a similar example itself. We will, so now what we are going to do is we are going to create one purchase order to our vendor. Okay, from from that place only we will be buying this product. Okay, so that is what mentioned here. So initially we need to create one purchase order. Okay, and then we need to create a purchase order receipt. Okay, once you receive the products from your vendor, then you will be creating a purchase order receipt. Okay, and once the vendor sends you a invoice bill, then you need to create a purchase order bill. Okay, so we will see this process in our demo. Okay, people are clear with the purchase order process, right? So purchase order process is something like you are buying some product for your warehouse from your vendor. Okay, so here within the inventory itself, we have this purchase order record. Okay, so for purchase order also, we will be using this product only. We are going to buy this particular product from one vendor. Okay, and we will buy a quantity of 10. Okay, here we need to select the vendor name. Okay, so I have selected this vendor name. Okay, and from the products tab, you need to select which product you want to buy from this vendor. Product. So purchase order is automatically populated, and you need quantity. You want to buy 10 quantity from this vendor. Okay, and then the unit cost and total cost are automatically populated. So you would have already configured product catalog for this one, right? So from there, based on the unit and unit cost, total cost, everything we already have configured within our product, right? So everything are automatically populated here. Okay, so once you given the quantity, you can save and close. So shit warehouse. Okay, here we need to associate to warehouse. So for which warehouse you are going to buy this product, whether you are going to buy for main warehouse or for truck 1 warehouse. So in this scenario, we are going to buy for main warehouse only. So I will associate this purchase order product to main warehouse. Okay, after that I will save and close. And if you want to give your main warehouse address, you can give it here. Okay, and at what date you are expecting this product to reach your warehouse. So everything, whatever the detail you want to give, you can give it here. Okay, and here also I will be selecting the warehouse as main. And the next step, once we enter all the important thing, then we need to move to next stage. So here only a manager or service manager will be looking into this purchase order and they will approve this record. Okay, only after they approve this record, only this purchase order will be sent to the vendor, because field service agent or the lower level people will not have the right to create purchase order. Okay, so they can create, but only after getting approval from the manager only they can send the purchase order to the vendor. Okay, Okay, now the purchase order is submitted, which means we have created a purchase order and we have sent all the details to our vendor. Okay, now our vendor will start packing the product and then he will send the product to our warehouse. Okay, and once we receive the product, we need to create a purchase order receipt. Okay, so till now we created purchase order, which means we created some record and we sent to our vendor. And once the vendor has sent all the products to us, then we need to create a purchase order receipt. Okay, so I will create one purchase order receipt. Here I will give it 10 received at main warehouse. Okay, and then I need to specify the products also. So here you can see purchase order product. Here I need to select the camera array. And here I need to mention whether 10 quantities are received or only 8 received or 9 received. So in our case, we will go with 10. Okay, we ordered 10 products to the vendor and the vendor also sent back 10 quantity of that product. Okay, so I will mention 10 here and then I will save and close. Now we can move to next stage. So if we move to next stage again from purchase order receipt, it will be coming to purchase order status. Okay, now if I go to this main warehouse and if I refresh here, you can see the quantity earlier it was 40. Now it is updated to 50 because we received 10 more quantity from some vendor. Okay, so now the quantity is increased to 50. Okay, now the vendor will send us some invoice, right? So we need to track that invoice in our application. For that, we need to create purchase order bill. Okay, so if I click on this create again, now we create purchase order bill. Okay, invoice, and there will be some invoice number printed on the vendor invoice form, right? So we'll be giving that number here, and bill date also we need to mention. Okay. And if you want to maintain the receipt product, you can maintain the receipt product also here. But this is the complete process. So we created one purchase order and then we sent it for approval. And based on the approval from the manager, we submitted this purchase order and then a vendor will pack the product for us and he will be sending the product to our warehouse location. Once we receive, we'll be creating a purchase order receipt. Okay. And once we create a purchase order receipt and we link all the products here, then automatically our warehouse data will be updated. Earlier it was 40, now it is showing 50. And after that, once we receive an invoice from our vendor, we need to create a purchase order bill for that one.